Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet. It's a strange thing to have eclectic knowledge. It's something that I reflect on periodically because a lot of the knowledge that I maintain is pretty well useless aside from a very small series of niches. An example of this I'm finding through running the D&D scenario with my co-workers. I have an eclectic knowledge of cast lead from the mid-1980s through to the mid-1990s. And through this, I've been able to find miniature manufacturers that still cast the same lead of, miniatures that were used through this period of time. They're not particularly attractive, they're not particularly aesthetically pleasing, but they do represent very beautifully a period of time where I think these things were slightly purer and slightly less aesthetically pleasing, not quite as plasticized as what is available now. And the ability to have access to these companies and just place an order and get a variety of things sent over, this is knowledge that only I have. It's knowledge that I have kept and maintained through various eclectic interactions, but it's knowledge that I can pull back periodically. I know a lot of eclectic things about a lot of different things, and many of them I rarely have the opportunity to talk about. I will seek people out that have similar kinds of knowledge in similar areas purely to have the kind of conversations that you can only have with people of that particular knowledge. And it puts me in a number of strange situations and a number of positions where I have to reflect, how did I get to this place? I got to this place because I wanted to talk about this particular topic. And this is where I find myself here. One of the few things that I can talk about in this light is actually associated with these eclectic miniatures and D&D stuff. A lot of the stuff I know was, to certain portions of the community at least, just generally questionable. I mean, let me give another practical example. I know a lot of eclectic things about firearms. I don't own firearms. I own various bits of metal, which, if they were cut up and assembled and a variety of things happened to them, they would become firearms. I've talked about this once in a Short Funk podcast previously. I think it's called 80% Paperweights or something. But anyway, within that field, I have a certain body of knowledge, and I like to talk to people that have a similar body of knowledge in that field. It's hard to find these people, but when you do meet like-minded folk, you can have conversations accordingly. And I think really this eclectic knowledge, this knowledge spread out over different areas, this is why people enjoy my podcasts, or at least this is the feedback that I get from people associated with these podcasts. Because once you have knowledge in these areas, particularly contradictory knowledge, you can then throw things out there which just don't make normal conversation sense. You've got enough curveballs to put things out that just keep people thinking in a strange and somewhat divergent way, which is ultimately what I'm trying to do with these recordings. So when you think about Dungeons and Dragons and what kind of eclectic miniatures people might play with Dungeons and Dragons, I certainly know companies that are still operating that produce stuff that they used to produce back in the mid-80s. And it's beautiful actually because a lot of these companies don't make this stuff anymore. Like they intentionally don't, and they do it purely for marketing reasons because they've got new stuff that they're trying to push, and all the old stuff obviously has a surprising premium because there'll still be nuts like me that want to go and find it and collect it. So I really like supporting companies that still sell the old stuff that they once produced back in the mid-80s. They're the kind of companies that I'll support time and time again because I know that they have a sense and understanding of what is special about this particular period of time. Now, you might find this in strange contradiction to other Short Funk recordings that I'm putting out currently. I think I might explore this in a future Short Funk, but for now, just allow this paradox to settle. Just allow this understanding to settle, because I will try to create some resolution, I will try to resolve this idea, but I don't think I'm going to do it right now. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.